Yo, my people, them CFC with this blue back with another video. And boys, this is a Chelsea news update, and this is in regards to Christopher Nkunku, Mauricio Pochettino, Andrey Santos, as well as Chelsea planning to get another striker in January. But before we get into the video, you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new Chelsea videos from me, and help me get 700 subscribers before the end of the week. But I'd just like to thank everyone for all their support on the watch along for the Newcastle versus Chelsea game, the match preview, and the match review. It means a lot to me. I will be back this weekend for another watch along, as well as the match preview for the Chelsea Brighton game, which will land on Saturday. But let's now get into the Chelsea news. And we're going to start off with a man like Christopher Nkunku. Man like Nkunku, as you can see, he's done uploaded more training pictures, him taking part in training. And this is all great. This is what we like to see. Christopher Nkunku getting back to full health and potentially going to be in the squad. But we have to wait and see, because the thing is, will he be in the squad versus Brighton? Will he be in the squad versus Brighton? This is what we're all waiting for. We was all under the impression that he would be in the squad versus Newcastle, but after the last press conference, Pochettino put a stop to that, said it was too early, not just for him, but for Romeo Latvia as well. But hopefully this week's press conference brings new results, and that Christopher Nkunku will be in the squad versus Brighton, because a man like him is truly, truly needed. He could have been needed. He would have been needed so much in the last game against Newcastle, where we got absolutely battered. Where attacking wise, only Raheem Sterling really doing much. Other than that, we don't have a lot of other outlets in the attack that was playing that well on the weekend. A man like Christopher Nkunku, because of the level that I believe that he has, world class level, I believe that him in that squad, we probably won't lose 4-1. We would have been able to have more opportunities to score just because of the player that he is and the different dimensions he will bring to the team. But yeah, man, that's just the way I rate Christopher Nkunku. If you guys watch my videos, you know how highly I do rate him. And I really hope that he can be in the squad versus Brighton, because after that, it's Manchester United. And I'm picturing Christopher Nkunku to start his first Chelsea game of the season against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup on the 19th of December. So that's like 3 weeks away. He needs to have had at least 60 to 70 minutes worth of game time in both the Brighton and Manchester United match and the Sheffield United match, which will be before that. So yeah, man, I'm highly optimistic that he will be in the squad, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm just glad to know that he's getting closer and closer to being in the squad, because this is much better than just waiting for him on the sidelines, being injured, him not walking and that. So this is a positive step, and hopefully he can be in the squad this weekend. But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on Christopher Nkunku. Do you think he will be in the squad versus Brighton? Let me know down below. But now we're going to move on to the next topic, and this in regards to Mauricio Pochettino. And it's just of his opinion. This was looked at and reported by Ben Jacobs. Mauricio Pochettino would ideally like a bit of proven Premier League quality. That's why I would keep an eye on Chelsea entering the race for a player like Marc Guehi. And Marc Guehi, this is a Chelsea Academy graduate player who we did sell just over 2 years ago, and he plays for Crystal Palace. He is a player that does have Premier League experience, having been the star at Crystal Palace ever since he's gone there. He has now made himself an England international, having played games in the last international break for England, starting the matches. So he is a player with a very high ceiling, and I would assume is much appreciated at Chelsea, after all, coming through the academy and being and being someone that could have eventually been given an opportunity. Not to mention that, but with players like Trevor Chalobah most likely going to leave at some point within the next 12 months, and Thiago Silva potentially leaving this summer, it would open up space for us to get another centre back. I know we have a lot of centre backs in regards to Levi Colwill, Wesley Fofana, Benoit Badiashile, Axel Disasi. That's not even including the first two that I mentioned, Thiago Silva, Trevor Chalobah. So we have an abundance of centre backs, but with the way we get injuries and such, he could be needed. So I wouldn't be against Marc Guehi eventually coming to Chelsea, just due to the fact that he is an academy graduate and he's a very good footballer, aerially dominant, very tall, and could potentially help us out, add more depth to the squad. So I'll be interested in that and looking out for that, because January is fast approaching and we will see what moves we will make. It has been talks that we will make 3 signings at least in January. So keep your eyes open for that. Any more updates that come out, I will let you guys know. But yeah, man, Pochettino wants more Premier League proven experience, and Marc Guehi, he is a player that will facilitate that and turn this soft team, which Pochettino has called us, very soft. And it is true, that can be a player that can make us not soft. So we're going to look out for that one. But that's just the topic on Marc Guehi and Pochettino wanting Premier League proven player. Now we're going to move on to our third topic. And this is in regards to Andrey Santos and the report that came out from Nizar Kinsella. Andrey Santos is expected to be recalled by Chelsea from his Nottingham Forest loan spell in January, where regulations will limit his next move. They can break their loan arrangement should Santos fail to reach a certain number of appearances by January. So, like, the loan agreement between Andrey Santos, Chelsea, and Nottingham Forest probably won't get like get fulfilled, due to the fact that Santos has in the contract a number of appearances that he should make in order for Nottingham Forest to pay us the fee, which to pay the fee or the wages. I'm not 100% sure of the situation like that, but along the lines of some money factors and the fact that Santos has not played. He has not played. He might have made a substitute appearance, but he has not made any starts since going to Nottingham Forest in the summer, which is so wild to me. So wild. Andrey Santos is a player who captains the Brazil under-20 team. He's been called up to the Brazil national team before. Like, this is a guy who has huge amounts of potential, which is why I wouldn't have minded that they went to Nottingham Forest just under the impression that he would get game time. But since he has not been getting game time, he should have just been at Chelsea. Because at worst case, he'd been able to be in the squad. He would have been able to be in and around the players, to know more about Chelsea, to build relationships with players in this team, rather than going to Nottingham Forest, being around guys that you won't be with next year. On top of that, like, you're not even getting any Premier League experience. Like, it's actually just wild. And Nottingham Forest, they are crooks, fam, because I don't understand why you're not be playing Andrey Santos. But that is a them thing. We are we. And I hope that he does come back in January. And I do hope that he does get some sort of game time for Chelsea. With the amount of fixtures that we have, which isn't many, it won't be that easy. But hopefully we can, because guys like Moises Caicedo, guys like Enzo Fernandez, they play so much and get little rest. So with guys like Andrey Santos here, hopefully that can ease some rest into them. But we have to wait and see. You guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below on whether you want Andrey Santos to return to Chelsea in January. Is it the best option for him? Let me know down low. But now we're going to move on to the final topic. And boy, it's an interesting one. Chelsea potentially wanting to get a striker in January. In January, boy. And boy, looks like, look at this. Chelsea are switching their focus to a potential striker signing in January. Mauricio Pochettino will continue to assess whether he has enough talent in Nkunku, Jackson, and Brozier, or whether another forward option would boost Chelsea. We don't need Pochettino's approval. We know that signing a striker in January would improve Chelsea. And the reason why is because the next striker we do sign, it cannot be someone who needs to be proven. We need a bagsman. We need a bagsman, someone we can rely upon to score goals, even on days that we don't play well. We have someone to put the ball in the back of the net, because the area we lack the most in is attack. Fair enough, in the attack we are playing much better than we did last year, much better, but it's still far away from where we really want to be, competing for top four, eventually competing for a Premier League title. Like, with the players we have, like, we can't do those things on a consistent basis because there's so much inconsistency, and it's due to the fact that we have so much inexperience, so much. Not to mention with the fact that Christopher Nkunku has been injured throughout the season so far. He has not played one game in the Premier League or in a cup competition for us. This right now hampers us. Relying upon guys like Nicholas Jackson, who seems to always get yellow cards, or someone like Armando Brozier, who always seems to get injuries at some point or setbacks. It's like, who can we really rely upon up top? No one really. No one really. And this is the reason why, like, we need to sign someone in January. And if we sign someone, has to be Victor Osimhen. I'm not in it for someone else, proven striker this or what, not that. Victor Osimhen is a top 5 striker in the world. In the world. We need to sign him, because if not, what is the point? What is the point? We're not going to sign a certified bagsman. What is the point? Because we're literally just going to be repeating the same cycle by someone who's not ready, by someone who needs time. Like, we can't keep doing this, because the more time we get, the more players we sign is the less time we will get, because the amount of money that we've spent. The club has spent over $1 billion since, or has spent about $1 billion since the new ownership has come in. Like, we are getting scrutinized, and we are still in 10th. Like, we've been 10th the majority of the season. Like, seeing us 6 or higher seems like a figment of the past, and that is unacceptable. That is so unacceptable for a team like us, who are meant to be a top 6 team. How are we always in 10th? It's dumb. But a lot of that's down to squad planning, us and a lot of inexperienced. Like, we've already seen it. Imagine it. Chelsea have the most yellow cards in the whole of the Premier League this season. That just shows how much inexperienced, undisciplined players that we have. And it's down to the lack of experience, the lack of big game players, the lack of players that have played at the highest level for an amount of years. We don't have enough of it. And Victor Osimhen is a player who can come to Chelsea and help us get back to that. He is the striker that we need. He is a forward that is aerially dominant, strong on the ball, left foot, right foot, link up play. He suits us so great. And the chance that we will provide him in the box, he will be scoring them. He's not going to be not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to dribble past this guy, dribble past that guy, and not take a shot. He's not going to do that. He will literally make sure that his job every week is to score goals. Because I don't feel like someone like Nicholas Jackson, who's been playing the majority of the season, makes it his ambition to score every single game. Because there's chances where I swear to God, he should take shots, but he doesn't. So I really, really, really hope that Chelsea do sign a striker in January, and it has to be Victor Osimhen. I'm not hearing it unless it's a striker that's better than Victor Osimhen. Then, personally speaking, I don't see the point in us making a signing in the striker department in January if it's not him. But that's just my thoughts and opinion on Victor Osimhen and us potentially getting a striker in January. I would like to know you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comments section below, and let me know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on all the topics, whether it's Christopher Nkunku, Pochettino wanting a player with more experience, Andrey Santos potentially getting recalled back from his loan spell, Victor Osimhen, or Chelsea getting a striker in January. So yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new Chelsea videos from me. And I'll catch you guys back with some more videos in the future. And yeah, man, you guys, thank you for your support. Follow me on Instagram, X, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content. I'm CFC Redis Blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.